Free speech today is under attack. The United States is the only country with First Amendment protections. Quick history lesson. The Constitution is not a list of our rights. Our rights do not come from the Constitution. Our rights are inalienable, meaning absolute. Meaning they come from God. So again, the Constitution and the amendments to that document are not a list of our rights. The constitutional amendments are a delineation of limits on the government regarding intrusion of our God-given rights. Fun fact, the Bill of Rights was added as a safeguard against government overreach and government tyranny. And it's no accident or mistake that the First Amendment is first. It's the most important one. Again, the point is today that free speech is under attack. The mainstream and legacy media are completely corrupted. It is a modern-day struggle to find the truth.
We acknowledge there are many different truths.
Exactly. You have woke libtards like that trying to sell you on the notion of many different truths.
There are many different truths. There are many different truths.
No, despite what that bowl of mac and cheese says, there is only one truth. And while we are making tremendous progress and advancements countering the corrupt legacy and mainstream media, we are under constant assault. And the safe places to get, publish, and share accurate information is an ever-shrinking list. As of only a few weeks ago, we had Rumble, Twitter, Truth Social, and Telegram. And then this happened.
My mission in life was to allow other people to also become free, in a sense.
This is Pavel Durov, the founder of the messaging platform Telegram, with over 900 million users. But on August 24th, he got arrested in France. Durov is known for his strong stance on privacy, and his company, Telegram, one of the most encrypted messaging apps, has consistently refused to cooperate with governments or share user data. Due to illegal activities taking place on Telegram, Pavel Durov has been arrested by the French government for not assisting in identifying criminals on the platform.
I'll let Mike Benz explain why potentially losing Telegram is such a big deal.
Hey, I'm here in the airport in Austin. On the news of Pavel's arrest, the founder of Telegram, this is something that I see going up to the U.S. State Department. Wow, surprise, surprise, that's my take, but that's what it is. And, one of the things they're talking about in the space right now is what can be done. And the fact is the House Foreign Affairs Committee could subpoena or could demand as part of its oversight all communications between the U.S. Embassy in Paris, that is the State Department's branch in France, for their communications with prosecutors or government officials about Pavel's arrest prior to the arrest. Because I believe the State Department is, at the very least, if not outright pushing, participating in this political prosecution. The State Department has been going after Telegram. Now, they don't want to shut Telegram down. Let me explain this. Telegram is a double-edged sword for the State Department. Telegram played a major role in the State Department's fomenting of the color revolution in Belarus in the summer of 2020. The National Endowment for Democracy, the U.S. State Department, and USAID were all funding the major organizers of the street riots in Belarus and using Telegram as the main channel to organize those street riots, because Telegram has such ubiquitous use in Eastern Europe, also in Russia, also in Ukraine. So they loved Telegram as a way to organize rent-a-riots to destabilize Lukashenko's government. And I bet that they would do the same if they didn't. I'm not aware of it just because I haven't looked into it. But I bet that when Alexei Navalny was deployed against Russia from his right-wing flank in organizing peaceful protests in Russia, I bet Telegram was used by the State Department as the coordination then, because I know that it was in Belarus. Now, on the other hand, the State Department pressured actually AstroTurf with tens of millions of dollars, the government of Brazil, to bring Telegram to its knees. Brazil passed a ban, actually made it a crime to access Telegram for several weeks in 2022 until Telegram agreed to the new counter-misinformation laws that were lobbied for by the U.S. State Department's NGO Soft Power Swarm. So what they want to do is not kill Telegram like they wanted to kill WikiLeaks. They want to control it. And the problem is they didn't have the ability to put sufficient pressure on Pavel to break his will. So he's living in Dubai. And now they have leverage. And I believe that's the purpose of this prosecution. Not to establish a legal precedent that it is, that every encrypted account, every encrypted chat app, its founder is personally responsible for all, illegal conversations or transactions on the platform, but rather to force Telegram to become WhatsApp. This is what they did to WhatsApp, by the way. Through this regulatory pressure, WhatsApp is owned by Facebook. They broke WhatsApp's back. And now this is why I always say, don't say anything on WhatsApp that you don't want put on a Times Square Jumbotron. Because the whole thing is Fed fucking central. They broke it. And I watched that happen, by the way. The Atlanta Council played a huge role in that, with 7 CIA directors on its board and annual funding from the Pentagon, the State Department, and CIA cutouts like the NED. Sorry, I'm just in the airport, so I'm looking around. They didn't want to shut down WhatsApp. WhatsApp is used by everybody in Latin America and South America and half in India. They want to control it, to be able to have their own personnel in place to install and oversee the policies in every country on Earth in order to shape the political outcomes from the inside of every country on Earth to determine their elections. This is what they did to WhatsApp and Telegram in Brazil. And when I say they, I don't mean the government of Brazil. I mean the U.S. State Department, the U.S. Embassy, the U.S.-funded institutions like the Atlanta Council, the Wilson Center, the, there's a million of them, the National Democratic Institute, the International Republican Institute, the NED. Thousands of these, at least hundreds that I've documented, were all capacity built. And then, there's a whole government program, SEPS, which you're going to be learning a lot more about in the months ahead. The $150 annual budget, and $40 million of it was in Brazil to lobby for these censorship laws. I believe that they thought that they needed leverage against Telegram to finally be able to bring it under their control. And remember, this is very important in the State Department and the Pentagon's view for winning the war against Russia via Ukraine, because all the Russians used Telegram.
So after Pavel's arrest, we were patiently waiting, and then this happened.
Messaging platform Telegram is making some new concessions around safety and user privacy. This comes after Telegram's CEO, Pavel Durov, was arrested in France last month. He was later released from police custody with bail set at $5.56 million. In Telegram's updated policy, it says that it will hand over the IP addresses and phone numbers of users who violate its rules to authorities in response to valid legal requests. Also, it will disclose all user data that is shared with law enforcement officials in quarterly transparency reports. A team of moderators aided by artificial intelligence is now in place to remove problematic content. Well, many are now questioning the app's security. Experts say this could lead to a massive drop in user trust.
It is still too soon to tell if Telegram is completely compromised now like WhatsApp. Of course, I'll keep you posted. Look, I get it. Pavel Durov held out as long as he could. And we don't know the circumstances of his arrest or his confinement. Right now, we need to count our blessings that heroes like Chris Pavlovsky, the CEO of Rumble, and Elon Musk, the owner of X, are still holding back the tide. But make no mistake, if we lose this next election to the communists, we're probably going to lose them too. Kamala Harris just admitted everything.
We will hold social media platforms accountable. If you act as a megaphone for misinformation or cyber warfare, if you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable as a community.
There has to be a responsibility that is placed on these social media sites. They are directly speaking to millions and millions of people without any level of oversight or regulation. And that has to stop.
She said the scary shit about censorship out loud. We need more of this.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
Look, folks, it's up to us. No one is coming to save us. But what can I do? You need to help clean up the corrupt government and the corrupt media. But how? I'm glad you asked. Go vote, federal, state, and local. There's a big election coming up. Make sure your friends and family vote. Don't bitch about losing your country and your freedom. There's still time to save it. Fun fact, in almost every election cycle, less than 50% of the eligible voters actually go out and vote, which is disgusting. Also, vote with your wallets. Stop supporting companies that are complicit in hampering your First Amendment rights. Support free speech platforms like Rumble, Truth Social, and X. And share content like this. help wake people up. Educate yourself, educate others, be an active participant.
Free speech is under attack all across the globe. The UK is mass arresting people for Facebook comments. France arrested the founder of Telegram. Ireland is trying to ban mean memes. Brazil forced Twitter to leave the country. Australia is trying to censor posts on Twitter. The European Union tried to blackmail Elon Musk. The Department of Justice jailed somebody for a meme. And Venezuela has blocked all access in their country to Twitter. We're in a global war, folks, but this isn't being fought with guns. This is being fought with information against globalist totalitarian powers. Now is the time to fight. You don't want to tell your kids that you stayed silent.
Couldn't have said it better myself, but this gave me an opportunity to introduce you to Jordan. He's amazing and definitely worth the follow. Links are in the description below. Well, that's it for today. Please join the channel because it really helps the algorithm. Like, comment, and share. Remember, everyone wakes up at their own pace, and you are not alone. It's our job to help and educate as many people as possible. God bless America, God bless this podcast, and God bless you. Stay frosty, my friends.